Hi guys, it's Alia. Welcome back to my channel. So I had gotten this idea this morning. I'm working from home this morning, and right now I am on my lunch break. And so I wanted to start putting it into motion. Now I am on lunch break, though I still have about a half hour. I want to see how far I can get through this, and I might have to be a two-part video, just depending, because I don't think that my camera records that long anyway. So this is the project and the thought that I had. I have made actually a lot of altered tags. No, I'm sorry, altered paper clips. Let me show you. You'll probably recognize these. The altered paper clips. I had a few different styles, and literally, like right now, I have them randomly hanging off my desk on like sheets of paper like this. And so now I've decided I want to make a book for them, so that I can have a little like book, and I can flip through my book and look at all my altered paper clips, but then it also keeps them in one spot, and it also kind of like it's more organized rather than hanging strips of paper from my desk, because that's just not organized, and I'm trying to get a little bit more organized. So I've done some prep work just to kind of figure out what I want to do. I know I want 10 pages in it. And this is basically what the page is going to look like. It's going to be a tall, skinny book. And I don't know, am I blurry? Oh no, it was just my thing. Okay, so it's going to be tall and skinny, but see, like, it's going to be able to like go on like that. And then I'll have several going down. I can turn the page, and I'll have more going down, you know what I mean? So, and I'm folding in the sides for two reasons. Number one, I don't need something this big because, you know, it's going to just be like, I want the strength. So when they're clipped on, it's not just on a single sheet. So I folded it over, and I measured it to 3 inches, because I think this is the longest one that I have. And 3 inches is a perfect size. And if I have something that's a little bit longer, so it might hang over the edge a little bit, no big deal. So what I did was I have this paper, folded it in half, and then I scored it at 3 inches. So let me now, oh gosh, let me put these aside, grab my scoreboard, and my scoreboard is so dirty, so don't even like look at it. Like, it has ink and, oh gosh, glue and so much stuff all over it. So, all right, let me just make sure the folded edge is here. I'm putting this up against the side, and I'm going to score it at 3 inches. I like to just turn it over just because it is already folded, just to make sure I'm going through both layers. So I'm going to do that very quickly. I feel like I'm really talking fast because, I don't know, I feel like I'm rushed. And maybe I shouldn't be doing that, because when you rush, sometimes you make a mistake. But I'm also really excited because in my head, it works out. But being in your head and actually kind of doing it is always two different things. Sometimes I have these great ideas in my head, and then I actually go and do it, and it's just not so great. So I'm thinking this will be okay. And it's also just for me anyway. It's not like it's going in my Etsy shop, or, you know, I'm not making it for somebody. I'm just making it for me, so I have a place, a little book to store all my altered paper clips. So, and actually, that is a good question for everybody that also makes altered paper clips. Where do you guys keep yours? Do you hang them up? Do you keep them in a bowl? Do you keep them in a box? Like, how do you know what you have? Because I feel like, yeah, I could put them away in a box, but then I feel like, I don't know, I just don't want them to get squished, or I might not remember I have all of the ones, especially maybe ones towards the bottom of the box, and I'll completely forget about them. So, oh, sorry, I have an itch in my eye. So I figure that if I make a little booklet for them, then I can just, you know, you flip through the book and say, oh, that's the color scheme I want, or, you know, that's what I've been looking for. Okay, so now let me get this out of the way. All my papers are folded, and now what I want to do is, let me put it here. So the first one is going to be just folded, and I don't really need that. I feel like sometimes the scores don't always line up correctly. There we go. So they're both going to be kind of folded back on themselves. Like so. So that way, yep, perfect. Good. Okay, so 2 down. And I think I did tell you the reason why I want the edges folded. I just want a little bit more, you know, another little layer of protection to help with the wear and tear of holding the weight of the paper clip, but also to, you know, I want a little bulk just to be sturdier, because paper clips sometimes, depending on what you hang from it, are, you know, heavier than normal paper clips. I mean, they're not like heavy, but, you know, for a single sheet of paper, it's a little bit more wear and tear. Okay. And I didn't know, I haven't thought this far ahead of how I'm going to stick this down. Am I just going to maybe just use some glue stick, honestly? Because I was thinking about sewing it, but then you're going to have a stitch, and I just don't want any of the parts of the paper clip. Not that it would, but, you know, to get stuck on the stitches or anything like that. But I think glue, honestly, is fine. And, you know, I really should have prepped this before I turned the camera on, because I feel like now I'm wasting a lot of time just folding when I could have done all of them except for maybe 2, and then just showed you 2 what I was doing. But that's okay. You can watch me fold paper just in case you don't know how to fold paper. This is Paper Folding 101. And I like folding paper because if you don't do it perfect the first time, paper is just so forgivable. You can just fold it another way. And it's okay. Because you know how sometimes you do certain things and you got to be sure the first time, because there's no retrying or refolding, or, well, no, not in this case, but you know what I mean. Like, you have to make sure you get it right the first time. Okay, 2 more. So this one, I mean, I guess I could have used my bone folder, but you know. That was just, I don't know what that was. Yikes. Whoa. What in the world? I don't know what I did there. Okay, let me line it up. There we go. Okay. Had a little trouble folding that one. And of course, it's the ones at the end that usually give you the, you know, the hard time. All right, so that is the last one, and yeah, I think glue stick will be just fine. Okay. And of course, we're not going to, you know what, I think I might do this in a 2-part video. This first part will be prepping the pages, and the second part will be making the cover, because the cover is going to take, you know, a little bit of time, and I don't want to rush through that either. So yeah, so I think I'm okay with a 2-part video. Now I can kind of relax a little bit. I was a little nervous before, like, you know how you want to try to make everything perfect the first time around, and then I know, me personally, when I start rushing stuff, sometimes it just leaves room for error. Okay, there we go. So put that one down there. Let's get to the next one. But knowing that I'm doing a two-part, you know, it's kind of like, okay, now I can relax a little bit, just have fun. Oh, whoa. And down the road, as I use this a little bit more, and you know, there's a little wear and tear in it, if I do see something that might have worked, you know, better, or that I want to change, I can always make another one too. I mean, literally, this isn't, you know, this is really easy. Oh, and I'm actually using up some 12, because I did chose the cover papers, and I can show you that after. And one of them is, you know, those pages when you buy a 12 by 12 paper pad, they're the ones that are like, they take up the whole page, and they're more for scrapbooking and stuff. But it's like the picture, there's like usually a, oh, hold on, I folded that wrong. There's usually a picture that takes up the whole entire page. So you can't really cut it down. It just doesn't look so great cut down. But with this, it doesn't actually matter. So what I thought would be to do is use that type. Oh gosh, look what I did. Oh geez, can I get this out? Oh, it's paper. It flattens. Okay, there we go. Let me just show you real quick. So for the outside cover, I want this. And normally in junk journals, see how it's like that foily thing? I don't tend to use those types of pages in my junk journal. So I thought I'll use it for the cover. There's still another one if I do decide I want to, but I like this, just not in my junk journal. And then these are the pages I'm talking about, where there's a whole picture in the middle. So it's like, it's kind of hard to cut down. In the past, I've used it to make the middle of the signature, but in this case, it's just going to be the inside of the cover. So, and it's probably not even going to be the whole thing, but that's okay. So that'll be the cover, and that'll be the inside. And of course, we're going to cut it down and everything because it's way too big right now. But you get, you know, you kind of get what the cover is going to look like. And I think it's going to look really cute. Well, that's what I'm hoping. So we shall see what exactly happens. All right, so 15 minutes in, and we have folded and we started to glue. Yeah, this is definitely a two-parter, because I'm not going to get it all done in one part, which is okay. And this paper I'm using, I don't know what kind of paper it is. Actually, I have a box of it, so I should look at the box. But it's like almost like a cotton paper. It's kind of hard to rip. Like sometimes when you're cutting it, it doesn't always cut. I don't know if that makes sense, what I'm trying to tell you. It's like, it's a thicker, not thick, it's, how do I best describe it? It's like a cross between paper and like a really, really thin fabric, I guess I could say. Like if you're trying to rip it, it's a very good weight. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not going to rip very easily. I'm sure that there's a word for this paper. I just don't have the word right now. I have no idea. Okay. Get that one up. Oh, and the size of these pages originally, they're 9 by 12. And since, you know, the 12 by 12 paper is obviously 12 inches tall, I didn't want these pages to go right to the edge. So I cut off 1/4 inch of the pages. I forgot to tell you that. I did it before I turned on the camera. Just so it's just under, just, you know, just a tad bit. And then of course what I'm going to do is put all the pages together and then sew them in. Just like a journal, you know. I'll use, well, this, you know, I was going to say a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, but maybe 3, because it's not a junk journal. It's just a storage vessel for my many altered paper clips that I was addicted to for such a long time. Well, no, for a few weeks, and I couldn't stop making them. So now they all need a house, and they cannot live on my desk any longer. They're just hanging off like, I don't know. Oh no, hold on. Yikes. But I think it will look cute when it's done. Oopsies. I really need to fix that because number 1, it looks so ugly. But number 2, everything gets caught on it. And it's like that because I drag my sewing machine, which is right here, back and forth over it all the time. And when I push it back, it kind of digs it up a little bit more and a little bit more. So yeah. I haven't found a better way to do my sewing machine just yet. So I basically drag it back and forth across my desk anytime I want to sew something. I mean, I wish there could be an easier way. What would be really neat would be if there was like a little swivel, like, you know, your desk is here and then there's a little, you know, up thing and there's a platform where you could put the sewing machine on and it could slide back and forth. That would be really cool. That way the stuff on your desk doesn't have to be moved every time you need to sew. You would just, you know, keep the stuff on the desk and then you bring your sewing machine over on the little, maybe it could be on little tracks, and then you slide it back. So that would be neat. I would like a desk like that. Maybe my husband could build me one. Or a little attachment to this desk. That would be neat. I'm going to have to talk to him when he comes home today. I'm going to have to hire him. Say, I don't think this has ever been done, but I need it. I need it in my life. Because if you think about it, well, most people, I think, besides me, have designated sewing areas. I like to sit in one spot and I want everything to come to me. So I tend to crowd my desk with a lot of things just so I don't have to get up and search around. I want them all kind of within arm's length. So when I'm crafting, it's just easier. It's all right here. But, and so then, you know, I drag my sewing machine back and forth over my desk. I actually used to have a little sewing desk. I got it at an estate sale for $5, and it's so awesome. And not that I don't have it, it just has been designated for something else. But also here on my desk, we rearranged it a little bit when I had to start working from home, so I don't have the complete space like I had before, where it used to sit right here next to me, and it was perfect. You know, I would just swivel my chair, and I would sew and then swivel back, and everything was, you know, it's in its own spot where it's supposed to go. So I don't know. I mean, maybe I can somehow rearrange my room to include it. I don't know. Or my husband just can maybe make a little swivel slide, sewing machine slide on my desk. I don't know. He has a lot of other projects going on right now, so I hate to bother him. But I mean, you know, crafting, that's important too. Very important. I think some of these folds are not super great. And you know what? I'm okay. If something sticks out a little bit, I'll just cut it off. No big deal. Oh, that one's already. Okay, 2 more to go. And then we'll see what we have and see if it actually works. I should have thought about that first. Yeah. See, I do things on like on the whim, or is it on the sly? I don't know. Sometimes, and it's not always thought out. And I'm just thinking now, this is something that was not thought out. You know how when you're creating a journal and you get all the pages and you're folding them and then you put them all together, how some of them, like especially towards the middle, they start sticking out a little bit more and then you have to trim them down. Well, you know what? I didn't take that into account. So, and we can't cut them now because, you know, it's folded. So that might be something interesting that we gotta kind of come across. But let's see, this is the last one, and then we'll put it together and see what happens. I hope it's okay. And if it sticks out just a tad bit, I'm okay with that too. Because like I said, this is my first try. I didn't have a prototype before this. So, you know, this is where I'm going to find all the things that don't work. And if I make another one eventually, or, you know, for something else, but very similar, then I know what I can tweak the next time around. Okay, last panel to glue. All right, okay, so now let's stick this down. And, oh gosh. All right, so now I have my 10 pages. And let's just build the signature and see how badly it sticks out. And I can take some pages out. Because, I mean, realistically, am I going to fill this whole thing right now? No. Do I want to keep this many altered paper clips in my stash? Probably not. You know what? It's not that bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd be actually better with 6. See? Because this made it stick out just a little bit more. And this is how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, 4. Duh, because I have 10 pages. Let me see if I put one more, what it looks like. I just want to try, just to see, just have a little look-see. Oh, no, see, you can see that. So, you know what, that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's actually 24 pages. So that's pretty good because remember you have 12 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 12 because it's all going to be one, you know, so. Okay, so there it is for this video. I think we did a lot. We did the whole signature. So in my next video, we're going to come back and we will construct the cover together. So thanks so much for watching, and then stay tuned for my next video. See you then. Bye.